How's it going, beauties? Adam here from Maple Monkey Homestead. We are into the homestead here. It is a beautiful day back here at the cabin and slowly getting things in order for a time that I don't think any of us are looking forward to. So we're getting stuff ready for the winter, but first I'll just give you a little rundown. Not much has changed around here over the last little bit. We'll take a little tour around and see what's going on. Here we are. I have all kinds of egg cartons caught up because, yes, you know, my old chickens, they're not with us anymore. And then kitchen is actually somewhat clean today. Look at that, minus my mess from my breakfast this morning. Get all this cleaned up in here as well today. Sink is absolutely amazing addition, as you've seen in one of the previous videos. Just a board over there so I can use it as a cook stove, and my sink working absolutely great. And then once again, here we are into the living area, getting things all tidied up in here as well. But overall, not too bad. Still kind of throwing around the idea that I may do something with these two nightstands right here. May get rid of one, may try and combine them into to one. We shall wait and see. Getting the wood, I'm thinking about also, I may paint the wood stove, get that all good to go. As you see, it's a little bit worse for the wear, still works great, but it would look that much better just with a coat of new fresh paint onto it. Still no railing on the stairs here, but that's fine because, as you know, if you've seen my other videos, that we still have this railing up here as well. And got to clean up my chair with my clothes. I think everybody has some a closed chair just like that kind of thing. But moved my dresser. Ooh, a little bit dark up here. Moved my dresser from over here to over there, and it's been working out great actually. Gives me some more room. Floor looks great. Still have to clean up the chair, move that over. Nice little round lounging and reading area here. But overall, not too bad. And yeah, so that's kind of the cabin. Yeah, that's what the cabin's looking like right now. On the inside, not much change. Trying to get the outside cleaned up, ready for winter. The bear has been back and ripped open my garbage. I was out the other day and heard something rummaging around over there, and I look out and there's this black bear over there. Has a big old garbage bag in his mouth, and he made a mess of my garbage, just ripped it open when he was running away when I scared him. So got to get that cleaned up. Got to get some bottles and cans cleaned up out there that I've been saving up for donations, for like gifts for less fortunate people or kids, or some sort of foundation for over the winter. And probably use and move what last of the wood I had from last year. I'll move that over into what I was going to use as the impromptu bathhouse, just because there's a roof and walls and everything on that where the woodshed that started. It's only maybe, I don't know, has 2 walls or so up right now. So that's kind of the plan. I have a step that I need to fix, all kinds of little odds and sods, but yeah, getting ready for the winter, and we'll see where this video takes us. Beautiful day back here at the cabin. There's the old cabin, blue skies in the background, and it's cooler than it's usually been. Maybe low 20s, late teens, somewhere around there. Still green on the trees, but compared to over the last few weeks where it has been, oh, I don't know, mid 20s, almost into the 30s. We're into the autumn weather pretty well, I would imagine. So, but I'm just outside. We're gonna, over here is where the old bear, you can see right there, ripped open because I had some garbage that I was waiting to put out in this area where the old woodshed is. And he just was coming, seeing if we could get a free meal, and yeah, ripped her all open. This is the area that I had my wood last year, so I still have a little bit of wood over here. Then over here, that's the impromptu bathhouse. So what we'll do is we'll lay some of these pallets down over here. What I'll do over here is I'll lay some of the pallets down, and we'll stack up the wood that's on the other side of that. But first I got to get this area cleaned up where the bear got into, and I have some cans that I already counted up right here. So we'll continue on with that and get this place cleaned up, because I know before we know it, winter is going to be hot on our heels. There's the old cabin, still looking the same. Wasn't able to get the bath or the kitchen area onto the back this year. Wasn't able to get the deck out front, unfortunately. Just one of those things with money. Jobs have been kind of tight over the last little bit, and it'll be some thousands of dollars to get all that stuff done, but that doesn't mean that it's not on my plans for the future for the cabin, because it most definitely is. And if you've been part of the channel, I know that this isn't the first time that you heard me talk about it, but the way life is, you know, it is what it is, as they say. Big news actually is I am back in school. I never thought that that I'd be back in school. It's been 10 plus years since I did any kind of coursework or schoolwork and everything. So I just had my first week last week, and it went absolutely awesome. Taking a theology course at a Bible college. Absolutely love it so far. But it's kind of it's funny to go from absolutely no schoolwork, no reading, no nothing, and then jump right into getting college work done, college reading and stuff like that. So it'll be a little bit to get used to, but absolutely love it. Kind of why that I haven't been posting over the last little bit too, just figuring things out with that and other things in life. But yeah, like I say, there's still, you know, got to get the siding onto the cabin here at some point in time once I can get some monies and all that put together. It's going to change the look of it so much over the last little bit. And I know, I've had the cabin like 4 or 5 years now. The inside is a lot more done now than the outside is, but that's completely fine with me. I'm always going to be working on it. It's going to be something that's going to be, you know, hopefully passed down through the generations if I ever have kids and find a wife. So that's kind of the plan. Take it as it comes. Life happens, and sometimes your plans just don't work out for whatever reason. But that doesn't mean that the plans aren't going to happen at some point in time or another. So last year for the winter, I had just over 2 cords of wood and didn't burn through it all. I probably had just under 2.5 cords, maybe 2.25 cords of wood. And I still have some left over, so that's absolutely great. So like I'd mentioned, got to get that moved over into the impromptu bathhouse, because as you see, this is the amount of wood that I have left from last year, and this will be the woodshed, but doesn't have a roof on it yet, whereas over here, the pallet wood bathhouse over there does have a roof. So we'll get that stuff moved over with the old wheelbarrow right there and get that set up over there. But not too bad. Didn't burn through all the wood, and that's absolutely great. Still some good chunks of wood there to get going. There we have it. The first task is complete. Got this area all ready for some more building. Got the wood moved from there over into, got the wood moved over from there and into the actual wood house that we're going to be using now. This will be a bathhouse at some point in time, but not too bad of a little stack of wood there that we got from last year. So we're off in the right direction. Yeehaw. And as for the bathhouse, as you see, we have it all Tyvek'd and it hits boards on the outside. Got a roof on it and has some Tyvek up top as well. So it'll keep this wood nice and dry. And right between here is still open, so it'll be able to give it a little bit of draft too as well. Perfect. Gonna continue along with cleaning up where that bear just ripped open all the garbage, just a mess. So that's why you see the garbage laying around there. He just went to town with everything. I gotta move my fridge because if you've seen the previous videos, then you know, unfortunately that stopped working as well. And there's a spot locally that can fix it, but I don't know what it'll cost, so I haven't gone up there and to check it out, kind of thing. But we'll get that moved out from the mudroom, and then that will give me that much more area in the mudroom to go in. We'll get that all cleaned up. We'll fix the stairs. Got 2 stairs that are broken as well. And just these things that, you know, aren't really high on the old priority list that I've just been putting off. But like I say, before I know it, winter's going to be here. And I'm going to be like, man, Adam, why didn't you just complete those things when you did? When you could have. Because now there's snow on the ground and can't do it until spring or summer again. So we're trying to get ahead of it this time. Slowly coming along with the cleaning process. Got the fridge and all this moved out of the area, and now there's just that much more room to go in. And a sad moment because these are some twigs and branches from the old chickens where they used to go and lay their eggs behind the fridge. So that was a bittersweet reminder of that as well. But like I say, it's a beautiful day back here. Sun is shining. Gonna take a little break, make some probably tuna helper for lunch, get that onto the go, and continue along with getting stuff cleaned up and getting stuff ready for the winter coming up. Making great progress with everything. Got the cans and bottles all cleaned up for donations. 4 bags of cans, 3 bags of bottles. Slowly getting the area over here cleaned up for the trees. Next order of business, we'll be using this wood probably here, and we will be getting our stairs back in order there. Got this all cleaned out, just have to sweep it, wood stacked up, and still have to come over here and clean up the garbage from the bear. But we are slowly making progress, and it is coming together. Getting ready for the winter, so that is going to be good. Like I say, next order of business, we'll be working on using this wood for getting the stairs back in order. Well, let's check down on what's happening here in the greenhouse. This is my 8x8 greenhouse. Has a custom slope that goes over there for a specific reason, and I'll show you that here in a second. But we got some tomatoes on the go. That's pretty much all we have in the greenhouse this year. But right up here, that slope is because these are actual vents. Got to be putting a pulley system on it so it opens up, and it'll, since heat rises, we'll be able to heat it and vent it out there while the door is closed so it doesn't get too hot in here. So that's why the slope is as it is. But we've got some Tiny Tim tomatoes and some cherry tomatoes over here. Got some other various Roma tomatoes. Got some, looks like plum tomatoes that are ready. Some Romas that are starting to get on the go. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have in here on the go, is just a tomato garden. All right, I gotta get a plum tomato here. Oh no, these are Tiny Tims actually. There's a couple Tiny Tims. Let's see how those taste. All right, let's see how these Tiny Tims taste. Oh, nothing better than Tiny Tim tomatoes or some cherry tomatoes that are just fresh and warm from the garden. Absolutely delicious. It's crazy because it has been an absolutely crazy summer. We've gotten barely any rain, and I haven't watered these tomatoes since day 1 of putting them in. So they're in the greenhouse. We've had summer heat that has been like almost no summer before, and these tomatoes haven't died, and they have produced tomatoes, which absolutely blows my mind. So there must be some deep water that the roots have been sucking from, because the tomatoes haven't died. They've still been producing, and I haven't watered them. So that just blows my mind through 3-4 months of absolutely excruciating heat with no rain.